guys, welcome to my channel. So in this video I'm going to tell you about Rahu and how Rahu tells about your past lives. Okay, so without wasting time, let's just start this video. If you want to take my personal consultation, so you can email me or message me on my WhatsApp. Okay, I'm providing my email and my number in the description box. Okay, so let's restart this video, and also don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I have made a new account of Instagram. Okay, I'm not going to use the old one, it's a new one, so you follow me on the new one. Okay, I provided the link, and the name of my Instagram is same as the channel name. Okay, first of all, let's understand what is Rahu. Rahu is a graha. Okay, Rahu tells about what we have to accomplish or which area of life we have to work. But one thing we need to remember is that Rahu is never going to take you towards spirituality. It is Ketu which will help you to go towards spirituality when you are able to solve your Rahu part. You will automatically go towards Ketu. Okay, so Rahu and Ketu are not separate, they are one. Okay, they only want you to have balance between the two things wherever they are placed. For example, they are placed in the 5th and 11th axis, so here they want you to have balance between these two houses. Okay, if you too much focus on the Rahu thing and you leave the Ketu part, it is not going to do good to you. You need to maintain a balance, because ultimately it is Ketu that will take you towards spirituality. So that's why now Rahu, how Rahu tells about what were you in the past, or what were your karmas in the past. So Rahu tells two things. First, wherever Rahu is placed, it shows that related to that area, you were in illusion. Okay, you were believing something that wasn't real. For example, Rahu placed in the 1st house, it shows that you were in illusion about yourself in the past, and that's why you have got Rahu here, so that you can work on that particular thing and know your true worth and go towards Ketu. That is your 7th house. Okay, so same way you can see for any house. Okay, now for in D1 chart it's okay, and D9 chart actually shows the fruits of the karma, but it actually shows the deeper meaning of your karmas. Okay, at the micro level, like going to the depth of the karmas, because birth chart is macro level, because one ascendant is there for about 2.5 hours. So Navamsha chart goes deeper. Okay, so we can relate both the placement of D1 and D9 chart. Okay, and study it accordingly. This is the thing that we need to see here. And one thing I also want to tell you is that stop blaming yourself for, like, I did so bad in the past, so I'm suffering. No, it is not like that. You first thing you need to remember is that whatever is happening in this world, whatever is happening with you is not I mean to say that not only your bad karmas. Okay, your soul has chosen sufferings, because without sufferings a soul cannot progress towards salvation or moksha or freedom from this world. So that's why suffering is very important sometimes, and it never means that you have done something bad. So first thing, stop blaming yourself for the karmas. You have not done anything wrong, and even if you have done, it's okay, forgive yourself, because if you will not forgive yourself, you will nobody will forgive you, and the universe will also not forgive you. So just forgive yourself, forgive everyone out there, and just live happily and spiritually, without desires, without expectations, and just happily. Okay, and just manifest what you want in this world. Don't do wrong with anyone, and just forget the past. Okay, you and always And it's okay, just believe in God that everything will be alright. First, stop blaming yourself and stop always karma, because if karma is a very bad thing, karma ties you to this world and it is a very negative thing. So if you want your life to become positive, first stop blaming yourself, live happily, and believe that everything is happening for the good. Try to find positivity in everything that is happening, okay? Your life will become better. And even if the karmic debt will be there, it will be solved easily because you are solving it with positivity. Because ultimately, karma is your energy that we carry from the past. Now, Rahu tells about the illusion. You were highly into illusion related to that part, and you need to understand the real meaning of that, work on that, or you ignored that area completely and you need to work on that to go towards Ketu. So Ketu doesn't mean that you need to leave the house or you're not going to get that thing in your life. It never means that. Rahu and Ketu are one and they only want you to have balance so that you can move towards Ketu and attain moksha, okay? Because Rahu is materialistic, it's never going to give you moksha, okay? And Rahu is a clever planet. Also, Rahu tells that wherever it's placed, it shows that you are blessed with cleverness and intelligence to deal with that particular part. If it is in the good sign and the dispositor is well placed, you will complete the learning of Rahu and go towards Ketu. So this we have to see. Next, to understand about your past life, you need to see the sign where Rahu is placed. For example, it's placed in Libra. So something you have to deal with the relationships, illusion of relationships. These people run into wrong partners, and when they finally realize that whatever they were doing is just an illusion, they understand true love and they go towards understanding true love and getting the right partner. So, and if it is in Gemini, so these people are not able to exactly understand their hobbies, like what they really want, and they have to work on their communication, they have to work on their hobbies. It is like they always, fun is not important in life, okay? Because Gemini is a sign of fun. So sometimes having seriousness, having maturity is also important. So this is what Rahu in the Gemini teaches. And correlate it with your past life. The learnings that were left in the past needed to be completed in this life, okay? Now, if your Rahu is placed in the first house, no matter what is the sign, you see the sign to understand it specifically. I'm not taking the signs, I'm just explaining it generally, but it is true. Rahu in the first house, if it is placed, it shows that in the past, you were in illusion about yourself. You were an illusion that about yourself, about your personality, and depending upon the sign, you can correlate. For example, if it's in Gemini, so you were an illusion about communication, you were an illusion about your siblings, or about your looks, about yourself. So depending upon this, so in this life, you need to understand, you need to work on your personality, okay? You need to open up more, because Rahu in the first house is too much into themselves. They need to open themselves more so that they are able to understand the things, okay? And working on their personality is important, but they need to maintain a balance, okay? When they complete their learning of the Rahu in the first house, they go towards Ketu, and the thing is balanced, they have a good marriage. So this is the thing, okay? Now, if Rahu is in the second house, it shows that it is not always good to keep your wealth with yourself only. You need to learn to share, okay? Your food, your wealth, everything that you have, you need to learn to share. Maybe in the past you didn't share your wealth, you didn't share whatever you had in the past with people, and in this life you need to learn to share the things. Okay, so please share whatever you have. The more you share, the more you will attain moksha, and deep secrets will be revealed to you. Okay, now if it is in the third house, it shows that always speaking the way, like always being clever, or always focusing on too much on our self efforts is not really good, because sometimes maturity is important. Sometimes it is important to be matured. However, I consider Rahu to be good here because it is in the third house, it is a Upajja house. So actually it doesn't really show that you didn't focus on something in the past. Rahu in the third house can be good, like it is a blessing that you can use your intelligence, your cleverness in the communication things. Okay, so there can be many reasons for Rahu to be placed in a particular house. So Rahu always doesn't show that you have to learn something. Okay, it can also show a blessing so that you can progress towards spirituality. Okay, Rahu in the fourth house shows in the past you too much focused on your personal life and you ignored your professional life. Okay, now you need to focus on your professional life and maintain a balance. Also, you carry some karmic debt towards your mother, or past life connection with mother is there. Okay, so you need to always respect your mother, respect your homeland, respect everything related to your home, whatever you have. Be grateful to God for having that particular home, for having your mother and everything. Okay, and maintain a balance. Okay, you also need to focus properly on your 10th house matters, on your profession and helping people. And Rahu in the fifth house. Okay, Rahu in the fifth house shows that you always you need to work on your education. Okay, you need to like focus on one particular thing related to education or related to your creativity, not on many things. Okay, and also it shows that you need to focus on your friends, on your social circles. Okay, not only on, you don't need to become really private, you need to focus on that area as well. Rahu in the fifth house also shows, depending upon the sign, you need to see the sign which is placed there. So if you see the sign, the things will be cleared, because Rahu in the fifth house also shows love affairs, because fifth house also shows love affairs. So it shows that some karma related to love affairs, or understanding the meaning of love, that love is about giving, not about asking something in return, and understanding a difference between love and attachments. Okay, now Rahu in the sixth house, you need to learn to spend time in loneliness, and not only on your daily life or your enemies. Okay, not only on that things, you need to understand maintaining a balance, and also you need to learn to forgive your enemies. Okay, it is not always important to hold a grudge. Okay, you need to learn to forgive, no matter anyone, no matter how much wrong anyone does to you, you need to learn to forgive that person. Okay, if you will forgive, it will make your soul lighter and you will attain moksha. Rahu in the seventh house, you need to stop running into wrong relationships. Okay, just wait for the right partner to come. You don't need to put efforts. Okay, your partner will come to you by the help of the divine and angels. You don't need to too much be obsessed, like running into wrong partners, otherwise you will get broken heart from everywhere, unless and until you wait for a right partner, because your partner is already written in your destiny. Okay, Rahu in the eighth house, try to become more expressive, try to express your emotions, try to express what you want. Okay, and also you need to understand that it is not always necessary to spend your money or whatever you have for others. You need to learn to think about yourself as well and become expressive. Okay, also you need to make your speech polite, talk politely with everyone. It is very important of having Rahu in the 8th house. Okay, now if you go towards the 9th house, it shows that you don't blindly trust your teachers or whatever knowledge is given to you. Okay, you need to follow your intuition, follow what your intuition is saying, because every soul is different, their story is different, and we cannot correlate the story of every soul. Every soul is different. So that's why I listen to your soul more than the prescribed knowledge, bookish knowledge, or depending upon someone else's experience. Okay, because your intuition is your best teacher. So follow your intuition. Now you correlate it with the past life. Okay, in the past life you were too much into trusting others' knowledge, and that's why you spoiled your life. In this life you don't have to repeat that mistake. Now in the 10th house, Rahu in the 10th house shows maintain a balance between your private and personal life. Don't only focus on your work. It is very important to have a balance. Okay, you need to have a private life as well. Think about yourself as well. Maybe in the past you didn't think about yourself. In this life you need to think about yourself as well. Okay, to have a balance. This is the karma. It always help employees or your colleagues. Okay, so this is important. Now Rahu in the 11th house shows always running behind wealth and gains is not important. Always having a social life is not important. Sometimes knowledge helps us to learn more than always spending time on social media or making contacts. It shows you can meet your spouse online. In the past, it shows that you are too much into networking. In the past, you need to learn to maintain a balance in this life. Okay, or you are too much running after wealth. Don't too much run after wealth. Maintain a balance so that you can go towards Ketu, because Ketu is in the 5th house. It will give you immense knowledge. If you stop running after wealth, okay, if you will run after wealth or networking or just wasting your time, Ketu is not going to help you to learn the knowledge. Rahu in the 12th house shows that unless and until you solve your karmas or daily life or start helping people depending upon the sign, you will not get moksha. Okay, always spending time alone is not important. You need to sometimes go out in the world, solve the problems of the people, because it is your karma. It will help you to progress in your life. It will help you to gain moksha. Spending time in loneliness is very, very important, but you need to solve some karmas. Also see the placement in the Navamsha chart. If you want to see this placement in the Navamsha chart, it is up to you. It will really work, but it only depends upon your intuition and your experience to interpret. Depends upon you to interpret what exactly is happening in your chart, because no one can understand you better than yourself. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.